Are we having fun yet? Yes, we are. Welcome to the kingdom. I'm Andy, and welcome to another episode of Satisfactory. Ready? Are you guys ready for this aluminum factory? Well, I thought I'd show you guys everything in the building process. I showed you me setting it up the first time and getting it all situated, and now I know in my head kind of what I have to do. So now, when I delete everything, you guys know what I'm doing. I basically did everything. I also moved the train up to higher than the machines I'm going to be using. So now I get to delete a whole bunch of this stuff. And now I get to put stuff down and get everything situated and looking good and everything like that. So the problem is, do I make this as if I had a lot of product coming in and then just have it work slowly as fast as it can, but just not have enough product? Or do I make it so that it's running at 100% efficiency? Well, I find that if you go just a little overboard and have it just running under what it needs to be, it's easier. And you can always up production. Like, the other thing I did, just so you guys know, is I made it so the copper's coming in, not copper. The actual bars are coming in, so I'll make that point a little bit easier. So let's start this off. We know we need to do a little bit of foundries, or refineries I should say, and we're going to make at least 3. We're going to make it look nice and pretty. Okay, so the best thing to do is to start, just start from scratch. Everything comes in. And I like to use walls as just making it, I don't know how to say it, getting everything just the way I want it and make sure I can make things a little lower. So when I use pipes right here, I will set it up and get it so that the pipes are the low floor, and then I might have underneath that, I might make it so that the product can go even underneath all that. I might do that. I usually go above on product and have the product above you, and I could do that. It's really tall, but I'm gonna try the other way and see how it works. See if I like the way it looks. So I might have to change inputs and outputs, but that's okay. Like, this will have to go up, that will have to go down. And that's basically it. So we're going to start off, and if we're going to do that, then I need to start getting everything just the way I want it. And the best way to do that is to get my foundation and switch from set foundation over so I get things at the height I want them. Okay, so this needs to come in, and it needs to go to a container. And the container right here, we just need to figure out how big it is. I should have looked at it before I deleted it, but you know, why would I do a thing like that? So it would be an organization, industrial fluid. So it is about a 2x2 square. Unfortunately, if you do a 2x2 square, the inputs and outputs are not that good because it's in the corner and you really can't put. Maybe I can. I'm gonna have to try that. Okay, so let's do that real quick. Let's put this for real quick. Just get up there. And actually, I need to actually have this be where it was because I'm going to have things go under things. So. We're going to at least get the first portion right here all the way situated just the way we want. So again, this was organization, industrial fluid buffer. And roaching other clearance. What is the other clearance I am enroaching? And well, I could be this. So let's delete all that. And let's get this back up. Yeah, it was that. Okay. So what we want to do is try to get it into the center. And the question I have, can I put one here? So let's roaching other clearance on the way out. Oh, it's okay. Put one over here just so I can see. And can I put a hole in a center of a 2 points? Because right now, let me see here, it's going to be really tight if I want to do what I want to do. We don't know if we can do what I want to do. Logistics. Let's logistics. Pipe on the wall. It says we can. And now can I put the pipe in? It's in. It's connected. Holy smokes. It's in and it's connected. Okay. And we put the pipeline wall in front of it. So this thing's fully connected. Okay. So now that we've done that, we can take this pipe and we can... All this really is, this foundation is, and have it come in where I want it to come in. And it's pumping in, and we're still getting full pump. Okay, it's pumping. Unfortunately, okay, so yes, I have enough pump to get to the height where I am at right now. Okay, so we're getting water in, which is a good thing. So we can get rid of that. And now we have this section. Now this section, the reason I have it like that is now I can put this like this so that when I have okay, so it's making it a little bit harder on me, but that's okay. This will be, holy smokes. I did not do that on purpose. I didn't actually do that on purpose, but now that it's on ground level, I don't even have to move that at all. Okay, so now this will be here, and I'll be able to put stuff around it, and when there's something to see underneath me, I switch this particular ground to the one you can see through. But now I can get things done, and then I can also have, instead of it down here, I'll be able to have these two materials down below where you can see them even lower than that particular thing. And it just gives it that depth, and I love the way the depth looks. Each time I do a version of this setting up a factory, I try to outdo the last factory I did. Okay, so now we're going to be working with other stuff. So let's have it come out. And now we're going to start working on, oh no, oh no, oh no. I got out myself and undid something that I should have not done. If I put this up one, I might actually have to have these all the way on the ground and then have the water up here and then go down into it. I might have to do that. Okay, let me show you what I'm talking about. So we got production, refinery, and this doesn't fit anywhere, does it? Oh, it still does. Okay, let's click that here. See where, okay. Let's go to the very top. I tried to make sure I had enough length on the top, and it does not. Okay. Okay, never mind. My tribulations are good. My tribulations are good. Okay, so we're going to have a section where it comes out, comes down. So this pipe is going to come out and come over to the center, and this is going to be the aisle it's going to be in. And as it goes in, we're going to have it be able to go into, how many of these? Well, in this particular type of game, there's usually one number that sticks around, and usually is the number you want to work with. And I'm thinking 3s. 3s are the number we want to work with. We want to work with 3s as much as possible. So, I'm going to so I also want to make sure I have aisles set aside for walking. So I'm going to have walking right here, which means I need to have this right here. And now that I have a wall, I have a starting point. I also need to make sure I know the length of it so that I can have it as centered as possible. Now I'm going to do 3 of them, so I want the 3 as centered as possible. And then as you center them, you give it enough room on the sides, and then you can open them up a little bit. So let's, what am I doing? Okay. What are you encroaching in? Oh. I'm just too close. Okay. Okay. Okay, 1. Okay, right here. So you have a little bit of space in the front. You have a little bit of space on the back. And then you realize, do I want to have it 3 or do you want to have it 4? And I think I'm going to do 4. So now I take this, I take the refinery, and I center it in 4. And I'm putting it up against, and I will move it over in a second, but right now, it's a little bit of space on the front. We have a little bit of room space on the back. Awesome. We're going to have to go over a little ways. Okay, let's get 2 more. The second and third refinery are much easier. And you find out you have a little bit of space right like that, which is fine. So now I can then that's 2. Okay. So I'll move that one over 1. And to fully get this centered, this is the only one I have to work with. Instead of being next to everybody, we will have it spaced by 1. And there we go. All spaced inside its little dome thing. And we can also situation for what we're going to do next, which is we also have to figure out a way to get the product to it. Actually, remind me what the other product is. Remind me, aluminum. Oh, it's bauxite. Okay, it's gonna bauxite gonna be from over there. So, space. Open up a space. Oh my goodness. It's not nearly as classic as I want it to be, but that's okay. These spaces. Oh, this one just means that when I do it, I can't have any space right here. So let me finish this up, and then I'll show you what I'm doing. Okay, so as water goes, it comes in, comes through. I have a straight pop going this way. I cornered it off and go through the wall into each one of the pipes. And this one is slightly off, but I will have to be okay with it. I might change it off camera. It's not straight, which is, you know, a little mildly infuriating for my, just, if I can get those 2 straight, why can't I? Okay, so now I'm going to figure out how to get everything done underneath from the bauxite. And when I do, we will have at least the first section done. And if we run out of space that I find is usable, then we'll go and find some space above the train set above. So I'll be right back. Okay, so step 1 is done. So it comes into here. It should be full now, or it's almost full. And it'll come over to here. And The pipes are now fully nice and straight, just for me. The input comes in from the bottom, and it's going to go through this section over here. And I enclose everything because it just looks better from up top when you're, as if I were, being able to present it to others. This one down here also has the throughput for the coming in and the output for all the output. And throughput comes from over there and comes through. And we have all the outputs right here. And this is as far as I'm going to go for today's episode. But I wanted to have you guys with me as I showed you what's going on. And I show you how I'm going to power everything. So I have a Mark II power. Just because I like to get a little bit fancier. And we're going to power all three of these things up. They're not going to run for very long. Mainly because... look at that. Awesome. And then the output, we're gonna get our stuff. Everything's gonna fill up, and yeah, we're gonna go to the next part. And I'm gonna probably put another one of those over here to have a throughput going into the next section. And most likely I will, since it looks like I'm almost out of room already, just with these, I'm probably gonna have everything on this side, and then we're going to figure out for next episode the other three refiners, getting it so we get our items, and then we need to figure out input and then output of water, which will go back into the system. We'll try to figure out an elegant way to do that. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna have to figure it out, and we're gonna do this in a nice, cool looking way. I could put a gate around this, like for organization. I can always put, let me see here, a fence. Put a fence around it. Make it look like everyone is trying to you're trying to be safe for everybody. I don't know why I'm missing iron rods. Okay, that's the good part. Okay, and you have iron rods in there. We'll put the walls up and it'll look really nice. And then after that, after we get that point, I'll start making the third. This will be, well, technically this will be the third floor, but whatever. This is the first floor. We'll get stuff in the second floor, and then we'll have a third floor which will make everything, and then we'll make it go in and export into my train system. So I hope you like what you saw. If you like what you saw, hit that like button. But if you love what you saw, hit the subscribe button. I will see you guys next time. Thank you guys for watching, and until next time, see you later. Bye, guys. Yeah.